Yes, you read the title correctly. It is time for a mini sketchbook tour. Okay, so I think I said this in the past that there would probably never be a sketchbook tour for this particular sketchbook because it was taking me forever to finish it, and I just hated a lot of the pages, so I didn't feel confident in showing it on the internet. But it is complete. I am happy with a couple of the pages. This happens all the time with these for some reason, but let's give it a tour, shall we? So first off, these are stickers from Ven's room. Check them out if you'd like. And this is also some from the sticker from the packaging when I received the package, and I thought it was really cute, and I couldn't peel it off, so I decided to just cut it out and glue it onto here. And this is a fruit sticker from a Gala apple. And yeah, like I said, it took me a while to finish. This is August 2024 to April 2025. You might have noticed that I finished 2 sketchbooks in April. Yeah, I was really bored. So yeah, let's begin. So I usually use colored pencil and markers in here, sometimes crayons, just because it's not thick enough paper to be painting anything in. So those are really the only materials that I use this in. And I couldn't tell you what I was thinking in August of 2024, almost a year ago. But yeah, this is just black stars. Well, white stars with a black background. And that bled a lot, so I tried to ignore it and just do some pretty bows. And then a pencil portrait with some inking and some stars. And then back to some pencil drawings, and this is pen in the background. And another weird pencil portrait. And you might have seen this pattern before if you've seen my other mini sketchbook tours. I've sort of became obsessed with this particular pattern, so I did it a lot. And my smaller sketchbooks I sort of keep for drawing patterns because they're fun and they fill the whole page. But for this one I sort of did a mix of both. I think my last one was all patterns, so check that out if you are interested in seeing a bunch of patterns. And these are, I think, pen and Tombow markers. They're really cool water-based markers. Yeah, these are some swirly sort of stars. I was outside at my college and I drew some of the scenery, which was some trees and a couple of benches, and there's somebody sitting out in the grass too. So I was outside just eating snacks and just drawing. And then this is when I started to get obsessed with drawing a lot of bugs. There's a weird shaped ladybug and a pretty moth here, or maybe a beetle, I'm not sure what I was trying to do there. And as you can see, it's sort of doing a rainbow thing here. So there's some more beetles and weird butterflies. They're not really thought out drawings. And then I did a full page of this bee. I love bees. Well, they're pretty to look at. I just don't want them buzzing around me. The tiny, tiny eyes. And then I really liked drawing beetles, so I kept drawing a lot of beetles. Like here. This is a full drawing video on my channel if you want to check it out. And then I did beetles with wings. And some more beetles. These are like tiny ladybugs, I think. More beetles. And then this was a fun cutout thing I did. And I glued some transparent paper onto this page, so that's why there's a lot of texture going on, and then I drew on top of it. And then I used every color I had in a rainbow fashion and did that flower pattern. So yeah, there's a lot of this for a while. Yeah, I was just sort of bored of drawing anything, so the patterns sort of made me feel like I was doing some kind of art. And it was also a good way to spend time. Some of these are Crayola markers too, because I didn't have all these blues with Tombows yet. And last one. And then I used some markers and the black Crayola crayon to do this like starbursty background. I think I saw some art similar to this, like a lot of laser beams, and I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to do it too. And then I tried drawing shoes, and I just wasn't having a great time. And then back to randomly drawing things with pencils, and then drawing random things with markers. So cats, these are poorly drawn cats. And then once in a while, some of these drawings end up turning out really well. So these are pencil drawings with some pen in the background. And then I started drawing some like meme pictures that I saw online. This is this cat, and this is this like reflection in a glass of water, I think. Or maybe just an empty glass. And then this is a silly picture of my partner and I. And then I kept on drawing a bunch of other pictures I have of him, and this is him taking a nap with our cat. And then this is him looking at chairs online, and there was this gigantic chair, and I just looked over at whatever he was doing, and I saw this on his screen, and I was laughing so hard. Yeah, and some more pictures of us. She makes the silliest faces all the time. And this is a picture of me. There's this like funny filter on Instagram, and I was just looking off into space, and I just took a picture, and it was like this wavy thing, and this is what it came out with. And I wrote, "This is a filter. I swear I'm not an alien," because my head is shaped really funny. And here's another one of Ming and I. And then Ming yawning, badly drawn, in front of this fake potted plant I had on my desk, and her jaw was open, and this looks really scary, but that's not how it actually looked. This is a silly picture of us. And then I used highlighter and some pencil to draw these really cool portraits here. And then I tried to get into drawing like architecture and like funky houses with some of these colored pens that I had. And I got bored really quickly with that, so I stopped. And then these pages were my first ideas of doing when I was starting out with block printing. I didn't know what stamps to make, so I used the sketchbook to draw my ideas, and some of these I ended up going with. I pretty much did all of these on this page, except the strawberry didn't turn out very well, so I ended up scrapping that. But yeah, there's the strawberry without any seeds, because it was so tiny to do those details, so I wasn't able to do it all right. So yeah, these are what they turned out with, and there's a little bit too much ink, but that's okay. And then back to colored pencil. Some people with glasses just didn't like the perspective that I was doing on this, so I stopped drawing it, and then I tried it again. It turned out really well. And then yeah, some cat and a portrait, and then Bert and Ernie because they're adorable. And then them again, but they were wearing Kermit costumes. I thought that was silly. And then I got some more block printing stuff. I got another carving block for some block printing, and these are the designs that I made: this pigeon and this star and a paperclip. And then these were my first ideas for my Patreon, the little tier icons. These are my first ideas, but I didn't end up going with these, but I did keep the idea of doing the bead letters. And then around Valentine's Day, I made a jewelry box for my partner, and these were my first ideas for that. It was going to be made out of clay. I was going to record the entire process of it, and it would be a special video for my Patreon. and it was just going all badly. I made wire hinges. I said maybe because I didn't know if I'd be able to do it, but I did, and it just didn't work out very well. So yeah, these are my ideas for the sizes and the shapes. And if I wasn't able to do hinges, these are some other ideas. I did end up just making it out of cardboard and felt, and it still works really well. Another Valentine's idea was to make a Snoopy block print for a Valentine's card because he likes Snoopy. So I looked online for some Snoopy Valentine's ideas, and this is the design I went with. And then these are the stamps that I did. They sort of pressed into each other, but that's okay. And then I also had, I'm a very handmade gift person. I also had the idea to make a mug pencil holder, and I saw this cool mug online that was sort of a geometric shape with a fun pattern, so I wanted to make that as well. And these were those ideas. And I wanted to make sure that the inside was straight instead of triangular in the inside. So this was me telling myself that I wanted it to be straight in the middle but pointy on the outside. And then I also had some ideas to make some like jewelry holders for my wall to like hang my necklaces in, but I didn't end up doing that. And then using some colored pens to draw my desk. And yeah, and it's not great, but it was fun to do. And this was badly drawn portrait of my cat too. And then I kept drawing this photo of us just terribly. And then this is a close-up picture I have of my eye. And then I kept getting into drawing some like funny reflection pictures I saw of cats. And this was a really hilarious one of a cat looking through a glass that had a fish in it, and it was looking really scared. And then some cats through like wine bottles and a wine glass. And then some silly stars with eyes. And a grilled cheese sandwich, because why not? And then these are sort of secret ideas that may be coming out soon. These are also part of those ideas, but I just drew them a lot nicer. A ladybug and a 4-leaf clover. And this, I think this is when the obsession started. If you saw my recent sketchbook tour, there's a bunch of pages just full of 4-leaf clovers. They're so cool and fun to draw. And I actually have one that I found a few years ago that I taped to a Polaroid picture, so I have that preserved. And this is some like colorful sketching with some random things, and kept seeing a bunch of cats like in grass or like in fields of flowers, so I drew them. And this one had a little 4-leaf clover on its head. And then I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to help me draw a page, and this is what he did. Because a squirrel and a stump in a field, I guess. And then this is inspired by my wallpaper that I have on my Patreon. So become a patron to get access to those really cool wallpapers and other exclusive content like drawing videos and podcasts. And that is the sketchbook tour. So yeah, it took me nearly a year to finish. I just lost a lot of motivation of drawing in these smaller sketchbooks, and then I also just lost motivation for drawing altogether. So that's why this took a long time, and that's why I sort of said that I would never do a tour of it, because I thought that I would like never draw on this again. That is the sketchbook tour for my mini sketchbook, and I did secure a new one. So these are some more Ven's Room stickers, and I got a pink one. I was looking for the cheetah print one, but I couldn't find them, so I just got a cute pink one. And yeah, that was the tiny sketchbook tour number 3. Hopefully number 4 will be around sometime. I mean, I just started in it, so no promises. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.